Thinking of doing CELTA? Before you spend nearly 2 lakh rupees and 4 weeks of your life on this course, there are 4 things nobody warns you about. And let me tell you what those 4 things are. 1, you'll have almost no life outside CELTA for those 4 weeks. 2, you'll probably want to quit halfway through. And 3, your classmates might become your survival system. And 4, let's just say being brilliant isn't always enough. So if you're considering CELTA, don't miss this video. If you're enjoying this video so far, I'd love for you to subscribe. I make content about English teaching, CELTA. I help students prepare for IELTS and TOEFL, and a lot of interesting, fun gems from the English language. Now let's get into the real reason you're here. 4 things nobody warns you about CELTA. Number 1, don't plan anything else alongside CELTA. Now, especially this is for people who are planning to do the intensive 4-week course. So you shouldn't plan anything else. You can't multitask. You have to focus on your CELTA because it will be demanding. So if you're a parent, please get help. Assign, the babysitting to your partner, to your family. If you're working full-time, I would encourage taking a sabbatical, take a long leave. And if you're traveling to another city like me, so I lived in Pune at the time, and then I moved to Mumbai for a month to do the course. Now, there was no time for sightseeing, no time for weekend adventures and catching up with friends. You are going to be busy, my friend. You're going to be super busy because your mornings are going to be packed with input sessions. You have to be at the center around 9 a.m. It's early in a lot of different centers, depends on the country or the city, you're doing your CELTA in. So, and your afternoons are going to be spent observing classmates teach or teaching yourself. And mind you, observation isn't just passive. You have to take meaningful notes and provide useful feedback because the master trainers are there, and they're paying attention whether you've made any relevant observations. So you finish around 5 or 5:30. That was the time for us. It was a 9 to 5:30 shift, and that's when the second shift begins, guys. So you will be busy planning lessons because you teach almost every alternate day. So you have to create a lesson plan. You have to design your original worksheets. You have to do research. You have to cite your sources very properly. There's a whole format which you have to follow. You have to create slides if you're using media. You're incorporating audiovisual aspects to your lessons. So you have to create beautiful presentations, and you will also find yourself making flashcards or preparing classroom activities. So all of this will take up a lot of time. And let's not forget, you also have 4 assignments through the course, and these are tough assignments that require a lot of attention. So you're not going to have time. You're just going to sleep, eat, and maybe just go to the loo. So you're going to be really busy. You're not going to know what has hit you because you're going to be absorbing so much information and then very quickly applying it to the lessons you teach and to all the work that you put out. So it's going to be very busy, right? Looking back, I was around 21, 22 when I did it. I had already finished my undergrad. I'd worked at an EdTech company, EdTech publishing company. So I knew that I want to be in education. I had researched CELTA for about a year. I would almost every other day go to the website, read about it. There were not many videos available for research. So I tried to reach out to a few people who've done CELTA to get an understanding of their experience. So point being, I was lucky because I was young. I didn't have children. I didn't have any responsibilities. So I could devote my entire attention to the course for 4 weeks. And honestly, I needed every bit of that time. Number 2, I wanted to quit halfway through. And a lot of people feel like that. I think CELTA can really get to you, and you only know what I'm talking about once you go through the experience. So I always thought of myself as, very creative, very hardworking, and reasonably competent, right? So then CELTA humbled me because I got a resubmission on assignment number 1, and I received feedback on a few lessons that wasn't exactly glowing feedback, right? And suddenly I started questioning everything. Now, the funny thing is, I was actually doing quite well, but maybe it was exhaustion, it was sleep deprivation. So I really started to spiral, and I was working incredibly hard, and I wasn't getting the gold stars and the validation I thought I deserved. So I started losing motivation. Right? If this happens to you, please remember, failure during CELTA is not a sign that you're doing badly. It's usually a sign that you're learning, you're growing, and you're being stretched, you're improving, you're being challenged. So keep going. Keep going, because the feeling of finishing those 4 weeks, oh my God, it's incredible. Like, you look back and realize, like, wow, I actually did that. You're going to feel so good. Number 3, I wish somebody had warned me about this, and I think I learned this only in week 2, is don't compete with your peers. They are not your enemies. It's not a competition, guys. A lot of people treat CELTA like this big competition. Please, the key word is collaborate. Collaborate, seriously. Your classmates are not your competition. They're your support system, because everyone is stressed. Everyone is overwhelmed. Everyone is trying to survive the exact same course. Don't have a rude or aggressive exterior is what I'm trying to say. Don't be bitchy. You could tell that classmates had noticed people who were being rude or bitchy or cagey, right? So even the trainers seem to be put off by that attitude. So don't be that person. Share ideas, ask for help, honestly. And it's okay to ask for help. Please offer help as well. Celebrate when your classmates do well. I know the feeling when one of my lessons, didn't go that well, and another friend / classmate got, I think, above distinction. Little bit of envy and jealousy is very human and normal, but celebrate it, because it might be you tomorrow, And that's actually one of the nicest things about CELTA. The trainers actively encourage collaboration. They want you to lean on each other, because in the real world, let me tell you, teaching isn't a solo sport. So don't try to win CELTA. Just focus on learning and helping the people around you. Trust me, you'll have a much better experience if you stop treating it like a competition. And in fact, I'm happy to say that I've made a few lifelong friends, thanks to CELTA. Number 4, people skills matter more than you think. Now, this might be slightly controversial, but here's my take, right? You could be very hardworking, research-oriented. You could be very smart, very good with, the phonemic chart, and very good at grasping information, right? But at the end of the day, teaching is all about people skills. So you're going to be working closely with your peers, with the master trainers, with administrators. So for these 4 weeks, make sure you're professional, you're pleasant, be someone people enjoy working with, say your pleases, say your thank yous, be respectful, because trainers and peers are going to have their favorites, and it's usually the people who are very, sweet or charming or likable. That's just the brutal truth, right? So I'm not saying only charm matters. Of course, your hard work, your knowledge, all of that matters. But, ultimately, interpersonal skills will help you during CELTA, and not just CELTA. I think it will help you throughout your career. Another bonus tip is they're going to send you a reading list. They're going to sort of give you the curriculum. So if you have time, start brushing up your grammar skills, start brushing up your vocabulary. Try to get familiar with the phonemic chart. All of this will really help you. So that's my CELTA experience. It was exhausting. It was stressful. There were moments I questioned, why did I sign up for this? Do I really need to do it? But I don't regret it for a single second. I think it gave me a lot of confidence. It sharpened my teaching skills. It taught me new things about myself that I probably, wouldn't have realized, had it not been for the observations of my peers and my teachers. So, it does open doors for various things in your career. So if you're considering CELTA and you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I might do a follow-up video answering most of the common questions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.